Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bill Levinson, Managing Partner with Levinson and Associates. With us today, we have the Joseph Lochran, our Marketing Vice President. Okay, first off, I want to thank everybody for joining us today on Halloween. It's officially Halloween today on the 31st. Very excited about this webinar for a few reasons, and the first one, you think about, these certain marketing niches, if you're, let's say, in the premium finance and high net worth arena, or you focus on maybe foreign nationals, maybe it's cigar users and vapor users. They have these vape lounges and these cigar lounges now all over the country, as we know. And, it's easy to pick a marketing niche and then you go after that group. And it's so important to find your niche. We have a few agents that focus on physicians, and they go after physicians and PAs and RNs, and and they spin their company as the place to call when anyone in the medical field needs a product or a quote in the insurance arena, or even an investment annuity products as well. And everybody needs to have their little niche, and they need to run with that as hard and as fast as they can. Okay, if it's we have some agents that are very successful in their temples or in their churches or some nonprofit organizations or certain boards, committees, whatever the case is. But what I love about today's presentation is these products cater to everyone. Okay, I don't care if you're an MDRT, top of the table agent making millions and millions of dollars a year, you're gonna come across that client that needs one of these products or really doesn't have much of a choice, right? So this particular webinar training is really catered to all of our agents out there. So it doesn't matter what arena you play in, okay? It really doesn't make a difference. There's going to be something that you're going to pick up from today's presentation. I guarantee that, okay? Another idea that you can kind of scratch your head and think about, they have these leads that are for sale. They're usually called B or C leads, meaning the A leads obviously were sold off for top dollar, and the agent either couldn't get a hold of anybody or maybe the client wasn't healthy. Whatever the case is, you can buy these B and C leads for like pennies on the dollar. It's very inexpensive, and now you have a product solution for those B and C unhealthy leads, okay? And the commissions could be very, very large. We've had some cases, guaranteed issue life, that's 10, 15 grand a year, okay? Plus you get full renewals. It's a full pass-through with any of our renewals, so that's also very important. So the money, there's tons of money to be made here, and there's tons of solutions for these clients that were up against a brick wall before this training. So great stuff to talk about. Take out a pen and paper, jot down any notes, questions. We want to hear your feedback, good, bad, or indifferent, okay? We create these trainings for you. And if you say, hey, you guys talk too much the first 10 minutes, or, we're looking at too many words and graphics, we want to hear more of you, anything, we want to know, because we're going to change the style for you, because we want to make these attractive. So please feel free to share comments. You can even type in questions in the box in front of you, and Joe's actually live right now, and he'll do his best to answer all of your questions. We're also going to send out a thank you email at the end of the presentation, and we'll include all of these flyers and contracting, everything that you need so you can get up and running this afternoon, okay? So great stuff to come. Now, moving forward, this is just a quick little highlight. So I was featured, everyone's heard of iPipeline, the iGo system, and drop tickets. They have e-policy delivery. iPipeline is a household name with agents and brokers in our industry when it comes to technology. So they came out with a industry leader series, okay? And I was invited to be their guest speaker on their, they call it the Pipecast podcast. So I am honestly blessed. This came out yesterday, and it's released right before the big annual NALBA meeting, which is tomorrow, and I'll be there tomorrow morning. I'm so happy, and the reason why. So they picked me, and they went over, me and the host went over all of what's hot, what's not in the industry, all about technology, how our industry has changed over the last 30, 40 years, and what direction it's heading. And I talk about these different MLM type of arrangements that are not great for agents. I talk about what's good, what's not. So really, really helpful for any kind of insurance agent in the business today. I encourage you to listen in. Joe will email this out to everybody on the call, and the whole podcast is about 30 minutes, but I promise you, you'll walk away with a little something from this. And what that also just led me to discuss with you, I totally forgot about this, we are launching our own, we're calling it the Bill Levinson Experience podcast next month. So what I'm going to do is once a month, I'm going to pick different, whatever it is, lead vendors, technology vendors, different MDRT kind of agents that are very successful with us, anybody, top employees here, anyone to share some insight that can help our agents grow their business. That's the name of the game. So you'll see us marketing the Bill Levinson Experience podcast starting next month, and I really hope you dial in. You can listen in your car on the way to appointments. If it's at night or in the morning or on a weekend that you're bored, check out the YouTube version. You're going to see it all over the place. So the Bill Levinson Experience coming next month. I promise it's going to help you and your business with motivation, life insurance, all the above. Okay, moving forward here, top closer sales contest. So as you know by now, most of our carriers and products have year-end bonuses, incentive programs. So I hope you're taking advantage. If you want to check these out, go to our website. We have an incentives folder, and everything you need to know is right there in front of you, okay? What we did above and beyond the carrier contest, we put together our own little contest, and basically we wanted everyone to be able to start from scratch. We didn't want any agents to have a head start just because they've been with us for 20 years. Doesn't matter, okay? So starting 10/15, so just 2 weeks ago, October 15th, every single agent started at zero, and whoever closes with the most premium by December 31st wins the grand prize, which is an all-expense paid trip for you and your spouse to South Florida, to our expo at our beachfront resort. We pay for airfare. We pay for the entire weekend stay, meals. We're going to do a spa gift card. It's going to be a really neat package worth a few $1,000s. So that's going to be awesome. Second place will be $500 in cash. Third place is the new latest generation Apple iWatch. Okay, so whoever closes in with the most premium, life, annuity, everything combined, including guaranteed issue, will qualify you for the contest. Okay, moving forward here. Now, this is very interesting. You know, one of the top questions we get from agents, okay, when we hear from you for the first time is either, hey, what lead programs do you have? Or what commissions do you offer, right? That's number 1 and 2, and it's in no type of numerical order because they come in all different shapes and sizes, but these are always one of the 2 questions. Top ways to generate leads, official white paper. So what I did is put this together with our team here at Levinson, and we talk all about using the latest technology to generate leads and prospects. It's so helpful to any agent out there. I don't care if you've never turned a computer on or you're like a miniature Bill Gates. It doesn't make a difference. You're going to walk away with something from this article. So definitely worth your time. We're going to email this out to all participants, but take a look, okay? You have to invest a little time to learn and grow your business. If you pick up one tip and you start doing it tonight and you generate one more sale, okay, that's going to lead to 2 more and to 5 more, and we all know how it goes from there. So take the time, please. We put all this stuff together for you. The only thing I ask of you is to take a peek and then let me know what your thoughts are, okay? Please. Okay, moving forward here. We're just about to dive into the presentation. I'm going to talk, I have 2 more slides and then actually 3 more slides. Joe will take the wheel and dive into all of our great new guaranteed issue and virtually guaranteed issue products. Okay, what's so neat, you know, years and years ago, we basically had just a couple of guaranteed issue products and they were graded. The commission was horrible, no renewals. And then, I mean, literally 2 of the 3 carriers went either under or sold their book. So it's a totally different world now. And we have some exclusive contracts, some awesome stuff that we're going to talk about today that you'll only have access through Levinson. One of those neat exclusive programs is the Sage Scholarship Program. So in the past, it's only been combined with a cash accumulation universal life that had a minimum premium. Well, we don't do that here, okay? If you sell any one of our products with all of those carriers below, then your client qualifies, okay? They can give the scholarship to their children or grandchildren. But now you can go out there and market these guaranteed issue products with a free scholarship for the client's child or grandchild. There's so much value here. No cost to the client, no commission reduction for you, the agent, and once you're approved in the program, which we approve you, okay, then you're eligible to give out these $500 gift cards to anyone that joins you for a meeting, an online webinar, seminar, all of the above. As long as you bring up scholarship program, right, then you can give out this $500 gift card, and it's good for any of our 400 colleges in the country. Okay, this has never been done with guaranteed issue before. We have all of that marketing material that you're looking at. We have that pin that I'm wearing in the right-hand side. It says, ask me about free scholarships. We have agents, I swear, that walk around with this pin every day. They go food shopping, they go to the mall on appointments, and they tell us that it sparks conversation. People just say, hey, what is a free scholarship, right? Because anybody with a child or grandchild, they want to know more. College is very expensive. Rates are going up literally by the day. They're making it harder and harder for kids to go to college. So this is a great program, and it doesn't cost you anything. And just remember, if you're out there pitching Gerber, okay, you're an insurance agent, you have a Gerber contract, and you're trying to sell Gerber. They have a great name. They have a grow-up plan. They have guaranteed issue life. They even have final expense. Well, if you're not through Levinson, then you can't give away the scholarship program. Okay, now if the other agent is through Levinson and they're pitching the same Gerber company, same product, same everything, but they're giving away that $40,000 scholarship at no additional charge, the client's going to buy from them every time. So that will give you a huge leg up on your competitors. Okay, remember how I was talking about this niche marketing? How great and how big could this scholarship marketing be? And no one else can market this and give this away if they're not through Levinson. So just think about all this stuff as we're talking, because there's tons of opportunity. And again, every carrier below, even if you're not with us, okay, let's say you're with a Surety Life through another IMO, you can transfer over to Levinson. We'll get you set up under us, the same commission level or better, plus you qualify cash for contracting, $100 to $400 cash with your first application, and you get the scholarship program at no charge. So tons of value here, and that goes with all of those carriers on the bottom right corner. Okay, moving forward here, what we wanted to do, now obviously it's always better to go, if you can, to go impaired risk rather than straight up guaranteed issue, because the client is going to save some premium. Commissions usually are a little higher, as you know. Renewals are a little higher. So what we did is we handpicked 5 carriers that have really neat underwriting programs or guidelines. So I want to just jot this down. Lincoln Financial still, okay, and they're the leaders in this area. They have this great table shave program on permanent products all the way up to age 70, and this is real. This isn't like some fluff that they say, oh, sorry, your client was table 4, so no, they're not eligible for the no. If you have a table 1, 2, or 3 with most carriers out there, they will literally give you standard non-tobacco and shave those tables right off. And usually the premium's like half. So that's a big plus. Principal has a table shave and flat extra shave program up to age 70 to 5 million. Mutual of Omaha has a table credit program for term, which is a big deal because no one has anything like this for term. And this is big. Talk about those niche markets. Remember, cigars, vapor users, occasional marijuana users get standard non-tobacco, another niche market you should write down. That's a big deal now in this country, as we know, especially Colorado, California. So just think about what you can do here with these programs. You can do things other agents can't if they're not under us or they don't know about these platforms. AIG, most people don't know about this. They have a table shave program on UL products and a conversion shave program on the bottom. This is huge. We came across this by accident, okay? Check this out, and you definitely want to write this down. So any tobacco user, okay, it could be chewers, cigar, vapor, if they admit to let's say smoking or chewing, okay, at least, let's say a maximum once a month, so 12 times per year, and their urine specimen comes up negative for tobacco or nicotine, they get preferred non-smoker rates. That's huge. So if they have one cigar a month, if they vape one time a month, they chew one time a month, and their urine specimen comes up negative, preferred non-smoker rates, that is going to be half the premium of the competition. So again, big, big plus. Now, if they do chew or vape or smoke cigars, and it's more than once a month, and their urine specimen comes back positive, then you want to go to Prudential Non-Smoker Plus. That is the best rate you're going to get, and again, about half the rate of preferred tobacco that your competition is quoting. So another big plus there. So for, let's say, nicotine users, cigar, let's say chewers, that admit to more than once per month, positive urine specimen, you want to go Prudential Non-Smoker Plus. That's definitely the way to go. I love that program because that's going to win over cases 9 out of 10 times. Okay, my last slide, and then Joe's going to take the wheel and dive in. Okay, so real quick, I want to just separate, this is life now. So guaranteed issue, virtually guaranteed issue, life insurance. And then Joe's going to dive into all of the options on the disability side, critical illness, whole life. We have return of premium, e-app. We even have client-driven e-applications with guaranteed issue. So that means you can have a link on your website, or you can e-blast a link or put the link on social media, and your clients can run a quote, sign up online, get approved same day, and you do nothing, but you get paid full commission plus renewal. So Joe's going to talk about that in a few minutes. Quick, separates on the left side, straight up, guaranteed issue, and on the right side, we have final expense carriers that have modified and graded death benefits, okay? So that's like one step below guaranteed issue. So just jot this down real quick, and what's neat, you can stack these policies. So if you have a client that can't get insurance, guaranteed issue is the only option, we can put 2, 3, 4 of these together, no problem. So let's talk about this real quick. Left side, AIG, up to 25 grand, ages 50 to 85. Gerber, huge household name, scholarship approved. Same age group, up to 25,000. Great Western goes up to 50,000. That gives you double, 40 to 80. Then we have Kemper, up to 25,000 to age 80. United Home Life, up to 10,000 to age 75. Now, on the right side, these are carriers that have virtually guaranteed issue modified programs as well. So you definitely want to jot these down, because remember, if you can go with a modified or virtually guaranteed issue product over straight guaranteed issue, you always want to do that, because again, premiums are going to be a little better, commissions are going to be a little higher. So you want to jot those carriers down on the right side as well. Liberty Bankers, Transamerica, United Home Life, Fidelity Life, NGL, America, Mutual of Omaha, Foresters, Oxford, and Assurant. And most of these carriers we have incentives with for the year end, and most include free scholarships. So very, very important. Okay, Joe's going to show you where to go on our website to get all of this information. We have client marketing pieces. You can start to e-blast this afternoon. We have mailers. We have videos. We have seminar lead programs now. We have everything. Joe's going to take it from here.
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So, of course, all the products we're covering, all the material we're covering, Bill mentioned you will receive an email this afternoon with all the material. But that website, CarrieLevinson.com, is really set up to be your back office resource. I just want to highlight real quickly here, underneath the product tab, you'll see a section called Final Expense and Guaranteed Issue Whole Life. This is going to house all those GI products, all those final expense products, so you can get in, pull applications, look at rate cards, pull brochures, and kind of learn the ropes around every single one of these products. So again, everything we're covering, all the product guides and resources are available on CarrieLevinson.com. And that's just a screenshot of where you can go on the website to learn more information. So I'm going to go ahead and dive in here. We're going to kind of go by different categories. So we're still on the life insurance product, specifically talking about term. We have a great product, which is not technically guaranteed issue, but about as close as you could get to guaranteed issue for a term product. That's called the Prime Term 100. That is through National Western. And basically, any clients who have been declined with term, this product is for issue ages 20 all the way up to 75. And I think it's great that they start at that minimum issue age of 20, because we can actually either get a 10-year or 20-year term or whole life up to $150,000 of death benefit. The way that this works is we do have a return of premium in year 1 plus 15% interest. Year 2, we're looking at a 30% of the full death benefit amount. In year 3, 60% of that full face amount. You can see the issue limits on the bottom there, but this is a perfect fit for those clients that maybe aren't so unhealthy that we need to go to guaranteed issue, but might be right in the middle there, where they're going to be very, very highly table rated, maybe even a decline with some of those traditionally fully underwritten carriers. So this is a great product to be able to have. You can quote that and do an e-application, again, right through CarrieLevinson.com, but that is National Western. Again, ages 20 to 75. It is convertible, which is great to have in that type of product where you have an impaired risk type of clients. If you look at the height and weight charts, you know, look at here, maybe someone who is 6 feet tall or even 5'10", maximum weight 380. So there's a lot of wiggle room with those height and weight charts, especially if you have that client with some other medical issues. So again, National Western, great for term and whole life. I'm now going to kind of pivot and dive into some of our guaranteed issue critical illness products. So these are huge. Bill mentioned earlier, we have a lot of products that are part of our Sell While You Sleep platform, where we give you that free agent website. We give you that free marketing tool. You can actually put all these products that are part of that Sell While You Sleep platform with a consumer-driven e-app right on that page. The first one I want to dive into is guaranteed issue critical illness with the IHC group. Of course, we have regular critical illness products, even up to $500,000 of coverage. But for those clients that have some medical issues, or maybe even in the past had some sort of occurrence of cancer, heart attack, you're going to be able to get them guaranteed issue critical illness. This product actually can be issued ages 18 to 64. You'll see, based on the benefit here, they can get up to $7,500 of critical illness, and inside of this plan, dependent upon whether they choose plan A, B, or C. So again, that is the IHC group with Metal Gap, has that guaranteed issue CI built into the product. And again, critical illness, for those agents that aren't familiar, is going to pay a lump sum when that client is diagnosed with any life-threatening cancer, heart attack, kidney failure, even stroke, coma, any coronary artery bypass, loss of sight, speech, any major organ transplant, paralysis, and even severe burns. So these really cover a lot of different scenarios, especially for that client that's maybe a little bit older. They're worried about, having a critical illness, heart attack, cancer, stroke. This policy is going to pay the lump sum. Diving into our next product here, this is another guaranteed issue critical illness product. This one was just recently released. What's great is you can go up to $15,000 of benefit with this product. You'll see on the left-hand side there 100% coverage for invasive cancer, heart attack, stroke, other categories there. And then they give you a different percentage, 25% for carcinoma in situ and major heart surgery, and then also a 10% of your benefit for any coronary angioplasty. So that's a great product. You'll see across the bottom, approved in almost every single state, a brand new guaranteed issue critical illness that's available. And the third critical illness product I want to dive into is one of our more newer carriers here, which is again part of our Sell While You Sleep product platform. Again, has a client-driven e-application. This one goes up to $10,000 of coverage. Very, very simple, easy platform. Being able to have that on the Sell While You Sleep product portfolio is really great because, again, you can send your client an email, direct them towards your website or that link, and they can do the entire process behind the scenes. There's a 30-day wait period on this specific product, but a great way to give that client an additional CI product. Again, you can stack these products if you want, multiple critical illness policies, so you can get up to upwards of $30,000 or $45,000 depending on the issue age. But this is a great way to be able to provide all those options. Again, 30-day wait period. Now I want to pivot a little bit off of critical illness and dive into some guaranteed issue disability products, which you might be thinking, we have our normal disability products like Illinois Mutual, Principal, Mutual of Omaha, even a Surety Life, but sometimes we have clients that get rated or declined with that disability product. So this is a brand new product. It goes all the way up to $500 a month. You can issue it all the way up to age 60. So any clients 19 to 60, as long as they're working, we can get them a guaranteed issue disability product. What's great is there's a 90-day elimination period. You can actually give them a payable option of up to 12 months. Basically, as long as they're actively at work, they fill out the application, no medical questions whatsoever, they're going to receive that $500 a month for guaranteed issue DI. And again, this is also part of that Sell While You Sleep platform. So being able to send that client the link or have an online option for not only critical illness, but as well disability insurance, I think is huge. There's a lot of clients that have been declining with disability that are still looking for some sort of coverage, and the premiums are really not that expensive because you're issuing $500 a month. So great new DI product available, again, part of Sell While You Sleep. On the same disability topic, we have a great product that was specifically designed for any client who was declined with the DI product on the left-hand side. The Easy Select product, we can actually go up to $15,000 a monthly benefit. You can actually do up to $13,000 with no exam or blood work. A lot of flexibility with the product, whether it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, or 5-year plan, and elimination periods as early as 30 days. So this is a great product. There is an AD&D benefit built in up to $5,000, but that product, again, specifically designed for any client who's been highly rated or declined with any disability carrier, and the premiums are really competitive. So a great option. Again, we can waive pyramid exams up to $13,000 a monthly benefit. On the right-hand side, a Surety, again, a common name for not only term life products, but disability critical illness. They have another great disability product, which is actually a graded disability product, again, designed for people who have been declined, issued 18 to 60, multiple occupation classes. We can go up to $15,000 with this product as well. And what's great about a Surety is if the client applies for a regular disability product and they actually can't get approved, they'll automatically say, hey, you didn't actually qualify for the full disability product, but we can actually get you into the graded disability product, which is designed for those impaired risk clients. So being able to reduce that benefit for different disabilities for the first 2 years gives them a little break in premium and also gives them some great DI coverage from an A-rated carrier. So again, that's a Surety on the right-hand side for impaired risk DI. Moving into accidental death, this is great for those clients that get declined, maybe guaranteed issues a little bit too expensive. Normally, accidental death, a lot of clients will say, well, I'm not really that interested because it only pays if I die as a result of an accident. So at the top here, you'll see Mutual of Omaha. They go up to $500,000 of coverage, and there's also a ROP rider, which means if your client doesn't use that policy, and the chances are that maybe their death will not be a result of an accident or they don't die during that term period, they're going to receive 100% ROP and receive all their money back. So that's a great way to be able to tell that client, you may not die as a result of an accident, you may not die at all by the time you reach the end of the term, but we're going to be able to have that carrier give you 100% of your premium back. Again, Mutual of Omaha, and that accidental product. You can do an e-application. Moving down the list here, Surety Life, they have an e-app with same-day issue guarantee, which is a great option to use, especially if you want to throw in scholarship. Just beneath that, Gerber Life, also scholarship carrier, e-application available, and just beneath that, Forsters, which is another great option for that accidental death. We're seeing underwriting turnaround time really with almost every single one of these carriers, same day or 24 hours. So great options to be able to use accidental death as a backup when someone can't qualify for a fully underwritten product.
Hey, Joe, let me say one thing. You look at, if you back up for a second, talk about, the ultimate door opener for any kind of client, especially one that can't qualify for traditional life insurance. Go to that Assurity product, second from the top. So they have the AxiFlex product, which is guaranteed issue for everyone, plus you can put a return of premium rider, okay? So in other words, if there's an accident that happens, yes, full death benefit is paid. If the client survives at age 70, they get full premiums back with first of all, no chargeback or no provision. They get full premiums back plus full scholarship for their children or grandchildren, and it's very inexpensive. So talk about a great alternative. The Assurity AxiFlex is definitely worth quoting on your next impaired risk type of client. Okay, Joe.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks, Bill. Also, just backing up a little bit, when we first started the webinar, Bill hit on a couple carriers that we consider our impaired risk carriers. And, a lot of times we get a lot of phone calls that say, hey, look, this is the client scenario. I think we might have to go guaranteed issue, or it sounds like it's going to be very, very highly rated. And kind of keeping in mind all these different companies and products and underwriting guidelines can be a pretty daunting task. So there's one software tool that you as a Levinson agent have access to at absolutely no cost just by being a Levinson agent, and that's our X-Ray online underwriting software. And I'm going to show you real quickly here how this works. This has been an absolute lifesaver for a lot of agents. It basically allows you to enter in all of your client's medical information, and then with a click of a button, see what each carrier would potentially rate that client based off of their underwriting guidelines. In fact, it even has advanced underwriting and reinsurance manual detail that is not available to the public, or even not even available to you as an agent if you're appointed with that insurance company. So this is really probably one of the best underwriting software tools that I've seen in the last 10, 12 years. So real quickly here, a screenshot of CarrieLevinson.com. You go to the underwriting tab. All you have to do is click on X-Ray, and then you click the X-Ray logo to launch the platform. And what it will do is it'll actually bring you to a screen where you enter in all of your client's information. So you're going to put in their date of birth, their height and weight, what type of coverage you're looking for, whether it's term or universal life, and then you're basically going to go through and enter in any medical issues that that client has. So for this example, I put in there was some anxiety issues, and then the system would say, well, when was the client diagnosed? What type of medication are they on? Is it mild, moderate, severe? Did they miss any work? Were there any hospitalizations? All sorts of questions that an underwriter would normally ask you when you call them up and say, hey, I've got a client, this is their current scenario. This software will ask you all those questions in real time. And the whole concept is when you're done filling out all the information, you simply hit the search underwriting button, and the system will then display every single carrier, the actual rating that that client would receive based on the information you've put in the system. And then you can also choose the different types of products. And on the right-hand side here, you can see the actual pricing, which is great because just because my client has a standard rating with one carrier versus a table 2 rating with another, we still need to look at those premiums to see which carrier might be more competitive. So this is a great way to be able to find those answers instantly. And now imagine being able to go to the client and tell them that you've informally shopped the entire marketplace with all these top carriers to make sure they get the best rate. So that adds a lot of value with that client, and it really sets you apart as an agent to be able to show all the added value that you're looking out for the client's best interest in giving them the best product. Now there's another step to X-Ray. So if you even put in more information, you can actually submit it to the underwriter for review. That underwriter will literally look at that case. They'll look at their manuals and they'll give you their best shot. They'll actually email you back within 24 hours and give you a tentative underwriting answer, which you can then print out and submit with the application. So this tool literally allows you to do something that would normally take 2, 3, 4 days. and do it in literally seconds. So a great platform. Again, it's available at no cost to all Levinson agents. Again, that's the X-Ray online underwriting software.
Okay, good stuff, Joe. So we're going to have a little Halloween giveaway at the end of the webinar in about 5 to 10 more minutes here. So just sit tight. I'm going to go over a few more slides and then we'll close out. So real quick, you know, we have all of our marketing platforms, and now you have this great message, right? And you need to get the word out that you have a insurance solution for any type of prospect or client. It doesn't matter what kind of health they're in, right? So now we all know that, but it's your job to spread the word and get the phone to ring and get those reply emails to come back to you to set appointments, right? These are great door openers, okay? So real quick, to learn a little bit more, every single week we have put together these training webinars for you, okay? So every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we spend an hour. In fact, our programmer is on live on every one of these. You can jump in, ask questions, you can have your assistant on, and this goes over the free website builder, our CRM tool, Agency Automator. We have a new virtual assistant. We have InsureWorks, which is a game changer. Think of Amazon, you know, for life insurance products that will help you drive traffic back to your website. Really, really cool stuff. Most of this is free, and there are a few programs that has co-op pricing to where we pay for half of the cost. So run with this stuff, okay? It's so important. We did all of this for you because we know how important it is to market yourself and use the latest technology that's available, because if you don't, you're not going to grow. You won't even stay the same, okay? Think of, you know, Sears, Toys R Us, Yellow Cab. We don't want to go in that direction. We want to think Amazon and Apple and Instagram and Facebook, you know, these big tech companies that are growing and making a larger footprint. We can all do it, obviously on a smaller scale, but if we start to use these tools little by little, you're going to grow in the right direction. Just think about this real quick, okay? Talk about the younger generation, millennials, any ages 15 to 55. Most of those eyeballs are on Instagram, okay? That tells me if you're an insurance agent, you need to have an Instagram page. And you can film these 1-minute videos on your smartphone with your spouse and talk about guaranteed issue for everyone, or vape users. You know, what a great age segment for vape and cigar users. Now you have a solution. Ages 40 to 80 are all on Facebook. Okay, most of those eyeballs are on Facebook. That tells me if you're an agent, you better have your Facebook account up and running and have these videos on there. And we have life insurance quote engines you can throw on there. So just think along these lines. I always tell everyone, you don't have to listen to us, okay, but watch what we're doing. Watch exactly what we're doing on social media, on these podcasts, on our webinars, and copy us. Okay, obviously, you're on a retail side, we're on the wholesale side, but we're doing the same thing with agents. You're doing it with clients, but it's the same actions, okay? So always remember that. On the bottom there, we're going to talk about a standalone LTC product, okay, which isn't even talked about these days, but we have the best product in the market today. We're going to give you some great sales ideas all around long-term care. That webinar is November 8th, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, just about done here. Real quick, upcoming Levinson agent meetings. This is locally in South Florida. If you are a local agent, on November 16th, we're going to bring in free breakfast. We're going to have a sales seminar all built around IUL sales ideas and foreign nationals. Some great solutions in that niche market. So if you're around, let us know November 16. Okay, the annual Expo. Now, this goes to everyone that's on this call, all of our agents. So once a year, we have an annual event, okay? It's free for all Levinson agents, and we bring in all of our top carriers This year, we'll have just over 300 agents and agencies from all over the U.S. We're bringing in our keynote speaker that we just confirmed. Joe Ross is hands down the best sales trainer in the insurance industry today, okay? And if you watch him for an hour, he's going to be our keynote of the day. You watch him for an hour and then see me afterwards, okay? If you tell me, Bill, this guy wasn't great, I will be beside myself. I promise you, he is amazing. He's even giving us a sneak peek to all of our agents on a webinar, okay? So he's going to give us a little early intro webinar on November 15th at 2 p.m. You do not want to miss that webinar. Most important, our Expo, okay? So real quick, jot down this day, May 10, 2019. You must be there, even if you're from California, Arizona, Texas, Nevada, whatever it is, okay? We even have contests starting at $15,000, where we'll pay for a room at our beachfront resort. Starting at $40,000, we will bring you in from anywhere in the country, pay for round-trip airfare, meals. We take care of the entire trip for you. So get your premium in now. And again, if you're new with us, never written an app, it's free for everyone, but you don't want to miss this day. It will take your business to the next level, I promise you, okay? May 10th, 2019. All right, moving forward here, our last slide, and then we'll close out today's call. I really want to tell everyone I truly appreciate you taking the time, especially on Halloween today, and spending it with us. What I'm going to do, so for anyone that is licensed or sends in licensing with any of our scholarship approved carriers, I'm going to mail you out one of those free magnetic scholarship pins that I showed you earlier that our agents walk around with every day, and it sparks conversation. So I'll mail it out for free. Just shoot me an email as long as you're appointed with a scholarship approved company, or you send in contracting today. I'll mail that out for free. I'm going to end with this. I always like to end these webinars on a high note because it's so important, you know, that you're in the right state of mind. You have that positive energy day in and day out, because let's face it, okay, if you sound like, oh my gosh, I'm so depressed, and by the way, do you want to buy an insurance policy? No one even wants to talk to you. Forget buy a product from you. So whatever it takes, get in that right place. I hope you start listening to my podcast next month, but if it's church or temple or yoga or meditation or Tony Robbins or whatever the case is, I want you to make sure that you're in that place day in, day out. You owe it to yourself, and surround yourself with like-minded people and network and spread the word. You don't want to be around people that bring you down or are negative, because eventually you start sounding just like them. And that's exactly why I came up with this Positive Tuesday quote. This is on our social media pages, Billy Levinson. I'm going to end with this. Keep your circle tight, and real friends will always stay by your side. And get rid of the ones who would say, told you so, when you hit a bottom. Let's all support each other and grow the life insurance brokerage business. Have a great holiday, great week, and good selling. Take care.